Welcome to your daily focus, February the 10th, 2022. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Well, we have the 10 energy today. The 10 energy is about moving forward, moving into a new season, starting a new path, turning a page, beginning a chapter of your life. I'm almost thinking we need to journal today. If you don't usually journal, grab a piece of paper and a pencil or pen, blue ink preferably, and just write down a story about where you want to go, who you want to become, what you want to change, what you want to master, what you want to throw your passion into, where you want to grow, transform, what you want to manifest going forward. And 10 energies are beautiful energies. It's very much 1 plus 0 is a 1, so it's the I am energy. It's the trailblazing energy. It's the pioneering kind of energy. We're kind of filled with a fire to go forward in some way, to do something, to step in a new direction, or strengthen a just begun path. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 9 energy. The 9 is about understanding what needs to go in your life in order to go forward, in order to make room for that new beginning. If you have a full work day and you wake up at 5 in the morning and you go and you have things to do right till 10 o'clock at night, but you want a relationship, where are you going to fit in that relationship? So what needs to move? What needs to go in order to open up time or energy or resources in order to have that relationship? Bring it into existence. Sun is in Aquarius. Moon is in Gemini. And I think the Sun and Neptune are talking together in harmony. So they're getting along, they're chatting it up. And this will bring out our intuition. Absolutely. Our intuitive abilities are strengthened. We are much more compassionate. We are much more romantic under this kind of energy. We're dreamy. We're fantasizing, but it's realistic fantasies in some way, in some form. So it's definitely a time to trust your instincts and make your dreams turn into a reality. Absolutely. It's an ideal time. You know what? It's a beautiful time to serve others in some way, in some form. So look about paying it forward today in some small way. You could tuck away $1 on a bus seat or a transit seat, a train seat, a subway seat, whatever kind of seat you want. And then imagine the person that's going to find it. Maybe it will be a little girl or boy digging around in the crevices, and the candy they'll buy, the magic that lights up their eyes because they found that. Or maybe it's $5. Or maybe you go in and you buy a meal and bring it out to somebody who is homeless. Maybe you know of a shut-in, making a meal or dropping off a meal for them or some groceries. Or just maybe going over and having a tea or a coffee with them and chatting with them for a half an hour. Giving just your time away. Well, they'll probably make the tea or coffee. They'll be so happy somebody came to visit them. They'll probably have cookies too, but they'll be stale probably, so. Belly up to the bar and eat them and be gracious and say thank you. Maybe phone a senior's home and say, hey, is there somebody who never gets a phone call? Put them on the phone. Going through the drive-thru and you pay for the next person's meal. Opening the door for somebody and waiting for them helping them with a bag, just giving a compliment to somebody, making them smile in some way. Okay. So it's kind of a magical kind of energy, but a realistic magic. So we almost hold the wand today of the magic that we can put out to the world and serving in some form, in some manner, and dreaming of the possibilities of what we can do with our life going forward, what kind of magic we can create for ourselves. Okay. Let's cut those cards. I think I did, but we're going to do them again because I wasn't sure. What's the bottom card? The bottom card, look at that. The Page of Cups appears. The Page of Cups is the Dreamer card. It's about, it's about fantasizing. It's about dreaming of the possibilities. And these possibilities, they might be a little far reaching, but they could happen. Just maybe. Follow your intuition of what is telling you what the next step needs to be. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Guide your angels, your spirit guides. They're all chirping in your ear in harmony, telling you things, and you will hear them. And so follow that. See where it leads. It's about filling a brand new cup full of dreams and fantasies and visions of your tomorrow. And usually I throw in goals, and I don't hear goals at all. I hear just grow it. Just grow it. Get excited about the magic that you actually possess. It's like you hold the wand today. What do you want in your life? Get excited about it. Okay. I should almost share the next card all the time because I lay the deck upside down and I see the next card and I'm like, oh, isn't she telling a tale? But anyways, the Ten of Cups, look at this. Our first card is the Happily Ever After. This is about growing your dreams today. The perfect scenario. What does it look like for you? Give yourself. You deserve it. Give yourself 5 minutes. And this is where, I'm going to go back to the journaling. I got journaling at the very beginning of this. Journal what you want to have happen in your life. Gosh, I've listened to so many different speakers throughout the years, and most of them have a story, whether or not they're a celebrity or whatever they are. I've listened to 1,001 stories. Right now I'm listening to Bruce Lee. Very amazing stuff he's got to share with everybody in the world that I didn't even know existed. It's about growing your dream. I think John Candy, wrote a check for $1.2 million and put it in his wallet. And, barely, that was usually the only thing in his wallet, so he said. And he thought one day this is the first paycheck I'm gonna get is for 104 million, and it was for his one movie. And I might have that number skewed a little bit, but it was a large number. But he believed it. He held the check and he says, "Don't worry, this is my first paycheck, so I can go through missing the meal, cutting corners, saving my money so that I can just survive, so I can just do this full time, day in and day out, get really good." And then they're going to see me. And then they're going to write me a check for $1.4 million. And it happened. And so many have talked about this, where they wrote down their dream house and then 10 years later they're unpacking a box. And it's like, this is the house. Oh my gosh, this is the house. There's so much of a resemblance here. So, do a vision board where you just put pictures and a couple of words and look at it every day perhaps. But I'm really getting that journaling sense today for us. You're happily ever after. What does it look like for you? Oh, and look at this. Temperance. Temperance is the perfect balance for you. You are, most times, This card is portrayed with her with one foot on land, one foot in the water, talking about a balance between forces, between energies, and what we let in and what we, and having that balance, having that true balance for ourselves. So here she's mixing cups, trying to get them just right. But it's very personal. Your definition of true balance in your life would definitely not be my definition, or chances are. And we might have similarities, absolutely, but mine is unique to me. Yours is unique to you. And so it's understanding ourselves a little bit better, understanding what truly would make us happy, what would fill us with passion, what would energize us to take that step, take that risk on ourselves. What if, and play that upwards, not downwards. We're trained, right? What if? Oh, what if, I fail? What if, the neighbors find out? What if I make a fool of myself? What if I lose everything? What if? And we just spiral down into that little rabbit hole. And we talk ourselves out of it. And our human mind is made for that, not trying anything new and different, because it has a job to do, and that is keeping us alive and keeping us safe and keeping us within our boundaries. But our boundaries won't necessarily make us happy. We will survive, but it probably won't bring joy in. Joy is when we take that risk and start going, what if this was the first day of the rest of my life? What if I actually got that apartment? What if I started that business? What if in 5 years somebody wanted to buy it from me or franchise it? What if I met the person of my dreams? What if they walked the rest of my path with me and taught me all kinds of new and wonderful things, and I them? What if I joined that class and I found out I was really good at it? Better than I ever imagined. And people would sit in awe looking at what I did, and I almost didn't try this. I almost thought, oh, I'm too old, or it's too late, or I don't have the time, I just don't have the energy, I really can't afford the tuition. Whatever it may be, the things that we've been talking ourselves out of actually taking that, we want to realistically look at those thoughts. And are they just holding us in a position of safety? Because that's not going to bring in true happiness, true joy. And this is definitely a time for miracles, for aha moments, for epiphanies, for luck, to all be around us. But we have to embrace it. We can't be sitting there not trying to bring things into balance, just saying it is what it is. Instead of doing anything today, I'm going to sit on the couch, I'm going to Netflix binge, and I'm going to eat that pail of popcorn that what I got for Christmas that might be going stale soon. So that's my job today. And it's not probably going to move me anywhere, but I'm safe and I'm sound and I know what to expect in my life. That's also an option for us. And many of us find a peace, a comfort, a balance. But is it a true balance? Are you truly happy? Are you experiencing life? Or just kind of getting through it, survival mode? Because it's time to pop out of survival mode. We've been, especially over the last couple of years, we have really ingrained ourselves into the survival mode. And luckily last year was a 5 energy, so even though a lot of us couldn't do a lot of things, or maybe you could, lucky you if you could, but many could not. And now it's a push and a shove to maybe push ourselves back into normal life again. And then after you push yourself there, where do you take it from the next step? Okay, I'm jabbering. Oh, look at this. The Empress comes out. What strong energy today. The Empress comes out. I think we had the Empress yesterday, did we not? So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but now she's at the tail end here. She was at the beginning yesterday. Now she's at the tail end. So she's talking about giving birth to something, creating something, inventing something, dreaming of our potential, but then putting an action behind it. Remember, we're the intuitive here. We are also the diplomat here. So we can think very soundly of what step to take next in order to give our dream life, form, shape, bring it into reality. And it's one step at a time. But the passion fills us to want to take that one step at a time. What's the Zen? A Zen saying, oh, I read it a couple of days ago. The obstacle is the journey. Okay, we'll get a mantra card. But don't worry about those obstacles. They're supposed to be there so we can grow and we can learn and we can experience. I know for a while it'd be really nice for everything to be handed to us on a silver platter. But come on, that'd get boring awfully fast. So get excited about the adventure. Get excited about the obstacles. Because you know you're going to go through them now. Because they're supposed to be there. For you to become a greater person and give a greater gift to the rest of the world. In some way, in some form. Maybe it's only through one person. Maybe it's through many. Originality, blaze your own trail. Well, that will go back to the 10 energy for that, right? 1 plus 0 is 1, and it's the I am energy. It's about originality. It's about blazing your own trail. It's about not worrying so much about what everybody else thinks, but rather what you think, of what you want to create in your life, of what you want to step into in your life. I love how it all goes together, huh? Okay. Blaze your own trail. Originality. So, be a go-getter. Allow yourself to be a free spirit. Exhibit originality, courage, defiance. Know that you were born to succeed and breathe excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. And maybe you have some chaotic ways, but you know that you are also loving and generous. The mantra is, love me without fear, trust me without wondering, love me without restriction, love me without demands. I am worth it. And maybe that's all it is today, is allowing yourself to heal to the point where you realize for the first time ever that you are deserving, that you are worthy. And maybe that's where the journaling comes in, where you uncover something that has remained hidden from you for a long time. And chances are you had it on you to keep yourself safe at one point. Okay, we'll get an animal card. You know, I'm being told to tell you with temperance too. Temperance is understanding what doesn't have value anymore. And that brings in a balance as well. And that ties into the 9 energy we're experiencing today. What holds you up? What hinders you? What weighs you down? What doesn't allow you time, energy, resources to do the things that you want to do in your life? Because I think it's a kind of a duality kind of day where we recognize what it is and we push it aside and we do take a risk on ourselves. If we embrace the energy. We all have free will. We can eat that pail of popcorn if we want to. Okay, look at this. Blessings. Count your blessings. The turkey appears. Gratitude. Turkey. Where is our turkey? Way down here, for goodness sakes. There's our turkey. Blessings, gratitude, and thanks. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. It's a perfect opportunity to create peace within your soul so that gratitude is pure and there is forgiveness from the past by looking at the now and then creating the future. I love how it all goes together. Begin a new tradition. Maybe create a gratitude tree. Write down a few things that you are grateful for each day and hang it on a tree as a reminder. Go around your dinner table, express thanks, not just on Thanksgiving. Create a gratitude journal. Whatever way you want to express your gratitude to spotlight your blessings, do it so that there is a constant reminder around you so that you can see that you are blessed, even when you feel otherwise. And another, I just thought, so somebody must need to do this, or a couple of you at least, building a small gratitude altar. A couple of candles and maybe some pictures of some people or tokens that remind you of those people. And giving thanks for that. Maybe a pay stub, giving thanks for the job. Maybe a bank statement, giving thanks for the money flow and the abundance that's coming into that bank account. It's a beautiful energy day today. We started with the 10 of Cups, for goodness sakes. It is about your happily ever after. Journal it. Draw it out. Take some time to just envision it. And then I think it's a day where it's understanding that you can take a risk on yourself. You can believe in yourself. And step out in your own originality. And blaze your own trail. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.